evening, family. How are you doing today? Happy weekend. So who is live with me this evening? Live Q&A session with Dr. Joy. A live session where I answer all your questions. If you are yet to follow this page, please make sure you do and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Click on the notification button so that once I drop any video, it will just come to you immediately. Alright, so all we do here is to teach you about the eyes. Remember, my name is Dr. Joy Obinna-Jess. I'm an optometrist. Alright, so who is live with me this lovely Saturday evening so that we can kick off? Alright, I have a lot of questions as usual to answer, and I know from all the questions you're going to learn a lot, okay? Even if you don't ask questions, you have to be here with me so that you can learn from what other people have asked. Or you have a question, this is your opportunity to ask, because when you ask next session, I'll pick up your question and answer them. Not only you will learn, the whole family will also learn. So who is joining me this evening? Who is joining me this lovely Saturday evening to learn about the eyes? To learn about the eyes can never be overemphasized. You know, every one of us is using the eyes, and we need to make sure that this, our organ, that is very vital, is healthy. So who is joining me this lovely evening? Who is joining me? Remember, once you are online, please don't forget to say hi and tell me which part of the world you are watching me from. All right, so please, I am waiting for you guys. Just come online. Hi, hello, hello. Who is joining me? Please just say hi and tell me the part of the world you're watching me from this lovely Saturday evening. And welcome to our live Q&A session with Dr. Joy. So come online and tell me where you are watching me from. All right, before we are going to start from our questions, so one thing I want you to know, part of the question I'm going to be answering this night, I just want to say what the person right? The person wrote to me in inbox, and what the person said was actually, it was funny, but at the end of it's not funny, okay? I'm going to answer the question, but I want to read the first part. He wrote to me, he said, "Oh, doctor, you guys are always making sure that you put fear in us to come and patronize you guys, because you want people to go and test your eyes, and you guys are always putting fear in us. So we are out of fear. We are going to learn, all right? Going to test our eyes out of fear. All right, so one thing that I want you to know, knowledge, they say, is power. If you have knowledge, it helps you a lot. It will help you not to make some unnecessary or useless mistakes. So you don't need to make so much mistake because you already have the knowledge. Nobody is putting fear in anyone. What I do here is to teach you, this is what can help you. Now, it's for you to use the knowledge you have and learn. Remember, if you don't learn, you wouldn't know. Most of the problem people have is because they don't know. They say, "Oh, I don't know." I don't know is not an excuse any longer. So it's not that we are putting fear in anybody. I don't put fear in anybody. And most of the people they don't put fear in you. They give you the knowledge or the right thing to do. So don't think that what I do is to I put fear in you, go and test your eyes, you're going to get blind and all the rest. No. I've also done video here why you should test your eyes in case you don't know. Alright, so please, once you come online, don't forget to say hi. Tell me where you're watching from. It's very important that you do that. Okay, so it's very important that you learn and do the right thing. It's not like that you are learning. If you learn and you are not doing the right thing, the learning is still not there. So the essence is for you to learn and also do the right thing, okay? All right, so please, before we start up, please just tell me where you're watching from. Tell me where you're watching me from this lovely Saturday evening and say hi in the comment section. All right, so without wasting time, remember this live Q&A session will not take so much of the time, but it's a time to answer all your questions. So if you have any question you are comfortable asking inbox, that's okay. If you want to ask in comment section, that's also still okay. Remember that I'll pick up all the questions and then I will answer your question. Now, the first question for this lovely evening said, white, is it vitamin C, the white or the color? All right, so this today, earlier today, I posted a video on the vitamins that I take for my eyes to remain healthy, okay? Testing my eyes is vital for me, okay? So I do that. And I also try as much as possible to include the supplements that are good. And one of the things I said that I use is vitamin C. And I think that's where this question came from. Is it the white one or the colored one? Now, you know, there is this, I know the people in Nigeria, once you see, there is this notion that the white vitamin C, because it's sour, it has a sour taste, it's more, it works more than the colored one, but it's not so. Whichever vitamin C that you see, either the white one or the colored one, they are good. So you can use either of them. They will do the same job, all right? None of them is higher in terms of its work. None of them is higher than the other, okay? So if you see the white one, please make use of it. If you see the colored one, that's okay. All right, okay, so please, like I said in that video, before you start using any supplement for your eyes, don't just go to the pharmacy to request for supplement. It's important to consult your doctor, especially those that is already on medication. Don't just go to the pharmacy to buy when you've not consulted your doctor. So please try as much as possible to make sure that you get your doctor's consultation. Okay, so please, once you come online, just say hi, tell me where you're watching from. Now I'm going to the number 2 question. Okay, Auntie Becky, thank you for coming to joining me this lovely evening with live Q&A session with Dr. Joy. Okay, I've seen your question. Okay, so I'm going to take it off honest. Live Q&A session. Now, the next one is, how much is the cost of glasses for Tropia? Now, I love that these questions are coming because these are the things I dealt with this week, and I love that you guys are watching and you are reading and you are also coming up with questions from what I have posted, and I'm happy about that. It shows me that you are getting it, you are learning it. Okay, so when we are talking about Tropia, remember when I posted about Tropia, I said it's a deviation on the eye. Okay, it happens from childhood, and a lot of people think that once they see a child eye, you know, is either in or out, especially, or up or down, and they usually say, oh, it will correct with time. I've told you, when we are talking about Tropia, if a child has Tropia, it doesn't correct with time. No, you have to do the needful. Tell the child to go and get his or her eyes tested to get the appropriate, if it's glasses, if it's prism, if it's anything, there are appropriate lenses to help the child. Most times you see, once you put the right lenses, the eye that is out, it will centralize. Okay, so you need to do that. Now, for the cost of the glasses, first thing you need to know is the level of the deviation is important. The management is also important. So these are the things that will be considered in the cost. So I can't just say this is what the cost will be. And the cost differs with different practices. What maybe this practice is charging might not be what the other person is charging. So you need to first of all take the child to go and get their eye tested, and then you will get what it will cost for the child to get glasses, and also the management of Tropia. All right, so who is live with me? Please, once you come online, don't forget to say hi and tell me where you are watching me from? Okay, so I'm going to I'll be taking the third question. All right. Okay. All right. So the third question is: if you constantly experience shedding, tears, and redness of the eye, what can one do? All right. Over the time, when you are talking about shedding of tears, I know it's tearing. You know, when you are not crying, any little thing, the eye will start being teary. Now, he said a redness of the eye. This week, at the beginning of the week, I posted a video about red eyes. Every red eye is not Apollo. If you've not watched the video, please make sure you watch the video. Hi, Auntie Becky. Thank you for watching me all the way from Just. Thank you. All right, so if you have red eye, I said in that video, every red eye is not Apollo. There are several things that could make one to get red eyes. And now in this case, there is teary. The eye is teary with red eyes. Now, I've done a video on dry eyes. Most times when your eye is dry, especially we have types of layers of the tear. Now, it's the particular one that you call the aqueous can make the eye maybe to be too, the eye will just be teary. Now, someone asked a question and said, how can, my eyes are dry but the tears are running? Now, it's when we're talking about dry eyes, it means the quantity and the quality of the tears is not enough to lubricate the eye. Yes, the eye is producing tears, but it doesn't have enough quality and enough quantity to lubricate your eyes. And there are several things that could make your eyes to be dry, ranging from your environment, some medication you take, age, excessive exposure to the screen can make your eyes to be dry. Okay, so what I will do for this person, I'm going to be reposting the video on dry eyes. I did 2 videos on dry eyes. I'm going to reposting them so that you can watch again and understand. Now, one of the things I discourage people from doing is when you have dry eyes and you are going to the pharmacy to buy. Because if you go to the pharmacy to dry, what we do in the practice is to determine the type of dry eyes you have. If we determine the type of dry eyes you have, it helps us in the management. Because if you go out there, maybe you are suffering from NGD and then you're going to buy for aqueous, you know, it's going to take more time. That's why some of you say, oh, well, I've been taking this eye drop for a long time, but it's not doing anything. So the best thing for you to do is to make sure that you go for an eye test so that they can determine the type of dry eyes you have for proper management. All right? So don't forget, I'm going to pause this video again so that other people can learn. All right, so who is learning with me this lovely evening? If you are learning something, I would like you to put it in the comment section. If you are learning something, what have you learned so far from the 3 questions I've answered? Just put it for me in the comment section what you've learned, okay? That is how we roll in the eye family. Okay, so let's go to the next one. The next one is redness of the eyes after wake up normal? You know what I said, I love these questions. I love them because they are coming from the videos that I've posted. It means you are watching the video, and that is what I want. So like I said earlier this year, please make sure that you watch the videos that I post, because most times you don't watch the videos that I post. That's why there are some questions that you don't ask. There are some questions in fact, you ask what I've taught in the video, but when you're asking questions from what you've learned in the video, I feel so glad, All right, so when you have redness when you wake up in the morning, there are a lot of things that can make you to have redness when you wake up. Number 1, if your sleeping position can make you to have redness of the eye. Number 2, late screen time. I said when I was talking about how you can cope with eye strain from screen. Now, one of the things I said is most times people don't keep their phone until late midnight. And then when they sleep and wake up, they continue with the phone. So if you are in this position, it could make your eyes to be red when you wake up. Another thing is dry eyes. If your eyes are dry, it can as well make your eyes to be red when you wake up. Now, one thing I want you to know, I want also to ask you is, does the redness last all through the day, or does it clear up after waking up in the morning? And another thing, if this redness of the eye is accompanied with pain or irritation, please seek a professional help. Make sure you go for an eye test to find out. Okay, so over the year, I'm going to be posting from, because sometimes people come inbox to ask me where they can go and test their eyes. So I'm going to be getting up some practices that are good enough that you can go and get your eye tested, so that you don't keep asking where can I go. So I'm going to be bringing up practices in Nigeria. So if there are other people that want practices where they can test, if you're in Namibia, you can always chat me off one hand, all right? So, but if you are in Nigeria or in any other part of the world, especially those in Nigeria, I'm going to be bringing up practices where you can go and get your eye tested, all right? And don't forget, it's very important. Okay, all right, eye family. So the next one we are going to be talking about is the last question for this lovely evening. Okay, so it's a good day, doc. You have been talking about testing our eyes. Does it mean I need to test even when I don't have any problem? Okay, so this is the person that actually asked the question I addressed before I started. Now remember, over the time, if you have been following me on You and Your Eyes with Dr. Joy, you will know that I've given you a reason why you should test your eyes. You know, people just wait for problem to come before they will go and test. Because this person will say, oh, but I can see. And then sometimes what you are saying, you are seeing. You might not even be seeing as much as you can. There's something that happened. Okay, for the first time when I finished school, I wanted to test my late mom. And before I even finished school, she would tell me she used to see, but it's just her, reading the presbyopic stage, which she was then. So she would always be saying, oh, but I can see, it's just the reading. And when I just wear my glasses to read my Bible, I'm okay. But apart from reading my Bible, I don't have any other problem. So you know what happened? When I started practicing, I told her, okay, it's time for me to test my mother. That's also so it's time for me to test you. I come and sit. You know what happened? She read with one eye. She did her her visual acuity. She read, and she read 6s. Good. Then with her left eye, she couldn't read up to an extent. I tried, that is what we call refraction. I tried refracting her, but there was no improvement on that left eye. Okay. So after all, I have to do several eye examination. After all the several eye examination, I found out that left eye has vitreous detachment. Okay. So she was worried. She was like, yo. So I was thinking, I have been seeing all the while, because you know what happened, because the two eyes are open, sometimes you think you are seeing, but when we test you per eye, and you find out if it's even possible one eye is not seeing, but you think in your mind, the two eyes are seeing. Now there could be other problems, like what I just cited my late mom, what I just cited with her. Apart from the fact that I find out that she has a reduced vision on her left eye, then, okay, when I did further tests, I realized she had vitreous detachment. Now, if she didn't test, she wouldn't have noticed that. Nobody would have noticed that she had such case. Okay, so it would have still been, I am seeing. And at some point, I also noticed that because she was hypertensive, I noticed that her blood vessels, the blood vessels at the back of her eyes started thinning out. And I always say, please make sure that the blood pressure is properly controlled. So there are a lot of things you can do that we will notice. I've several times, this is my 13th year in the practice. I have seen several people that maybe they just come to get glasses and we refer them because of the things we've seen at the back of the eyes. So you can't just sit to say, I'm seeing, because there is no professional that have written you saying. That you are seeing does not mean everything is 100% okay. At least I want to write it. If you are here, please just write for me that you are seeing does not mean that you have your eye 100% perfect. Please put that in the comment section for me. If you are seeing does not mean your eye is 100% healthy. Okay? Put it in the comment section for me. So that you are seeing does not mean you have 100% healthy eyes. So you need to make sure that you test. This year, I've told you guys, everyone in this family, I want you, if you have not tested your eyes before, one of the things that I want you to do is to plan to go and get your eye tested. Don't tell me, I've told you what you will do when it has to do with money. If you, anywhere, location you are, you can find out the eye care practices that are there. Like I said earlier, I'm going to be posting some eye care practice, especially those in Nigeria. I'm going to be posting the practices that you can go and get your eye tested. So you can go in there, you can even call their line. You don't need to go, you can call and say, how much is your consultation? When they tell you, you go back and start saving for that consultation first, before other things, because a lot of people will tell you, oh, but what if I go, they say I have this one, I have that one, and I will also need that medication. First of all, go, let us know what you have. That is where it starts from going. Don't sit back at home and start thinking that once you go, they will tell you have problem. Go first. When you go and there is a problem, then you come back and plan yourself. Okay, unless if it's the one that is an emergency, and then we can say, oh, this one is an emergency. But for other ones, you can plan your finance on how to do. If you are planning your money you are getting this year and you are not making any portion for your health, that is not right. You have to create a portion for your health, because it's someone that is healthy that will also make more money. It's someone that can see that can make more money. If you cannot see, like I said before, any day you are working and the eye is firm close, just note that the eye is, your work is gone. Good evening. Oh, thank you, sister. That is cool. Thank you, man. Daddy and Nora, we are watching you. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you, sir. All right. Aniyabet, good evening. Happy weekend. How are you? Thank you for joining me this lovely evening. Thank you. Ooh, I look beautiful. Thank you, Aniyabet. Thank you so much. Thank you. All right. Thank you. So, okay, guys. So just try as much as possible this year to do good for your eyes. I'm not putting any fear in anybody. When you do the needful, you will not go blind. You will, when you do the needful, and you know, World Health Organization, they will say being healthy is not absence of any sickness or disease. It's when you are doing the needful. Okay, that's what World Health Organization define as being healthy. It's not absence of any disease or any. So with the disease, as you are managing it, that's the actual thing. All right. Okay, so thank you so much. Thank you everyone that have joined me this evening. Remember, we'll go again next week, live Q&A session, and I already have a first question that I'm going to answer next week from Auntie Becky. Okay, so thank you, Anive. Thank you so much. I really appreciate what you are doing. Thank you for all the sharing. Please, if you've not shared this video, I didn't remember, so please make sure you share this video so that people can watch and learn. Remember that the essence is watch, learn, and do the right thing. Okay, if you have not prayed the prayer for your eye health that we prayed last week, Please pick up that prayer. You can even write it in your jotter and make sure that you pray that prayer. Okay, so my family, this is the end of our live Q&A session. If you have not shared the video, I don't know what you are waiting for. Please make sure. Thank you, Anibet. I know definitely you are going to share. You are doing a good job. Always sharing our posts, making in groups, and also sharing on your page. Thank you so much, Anibet. You are doing a good job. And everyone that have been sharing and inviting other people, thank you, and let's keep doing that. Let's keep sharing. Let's keep making sure that we invite other people. Remember, everyone is using their eye, and they need that eye to stay healthy for what they are doing. All right, thank you for your time. Let's go again next week. Bye for now.